up on DC News Now, lawmakers visiting George Washington University as campus protests enter the second week. How these leaders are responding to what they've seen.
Several people bitten by a pack of escaped dogs in Southeast. The latest on their conditions this afternoon.
We've been rather comfortable throughout this Wednesday, but we'll let you know if temperatures will make another run toward 90 on Thursday.
Plus, savings are available right now for your upcoming summer trip or seasonal buys. We're helping you beat the heat and stretch your dollar.
And this Wellness Wednesday, we're talking grief and loss.
Grief is not just about the death of a loved one. It's about losing things.
An expert talks about the best ways to get through life's hardest moments.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thanks for joining us on this Tuesday for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Tosin Fakile in for Annalisa Gale this afternoon. Protesters are into the 6th day of their demonstration on George Washington University's campus.
Yeah, they oppose Israel's actions in the war with Hamas and demand a free Palestinian state. DC News Now's Dave Laval joins us. Leonard and Fleming joins us from the campus along 8th Street, where demonstrators have set up tents on and off campus. Leonard, how are things looking?
House committee members, they were shouted down and cheered with boos when they toured this encampment with the student protesters at George Washington University. And they promised that if D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser doesn't have them removed, Congress will act. Congressional Republicans first met with top George Washington University officials to discuss the protest, which is in its 7th day. Kentucky Congressman James Comer told me that help is on the way for George Washington University students, especially for Jewish students who say they don't feel safe. He says that protesters are trespassing. Congressman Comer says he expects Bowser to act to enforce the law and remove the protesters.
We have trespassing here. The university president explicitly told us in a briefing they do not want these encampments on their campus. We've got a committee hearing Wednesday, and I would strongly encourage the mayor to have the police chief do their job and ensure that there's at the very least no trespassing.
Mayor Bowser and Police Chief Pamela Smith, they will meet with congressional leaders for the House Oversight Committee next Wednesday, and that's when there will be a showdown on whatever happens here with these protesters on the campus of GW. Reporting from George Washington University, Leonard N. Fleming, DC News Now, back to you.
All right, Leonard, thank you. Let's take a look outside right now. Look at the Kennedy Center and a sunny day, Tosin. What a nice day in the neighborhood.
It really was. This live cam from our rooftop camera. But how long would it last? We saw some rain yesterday. Let's head on over to meteorologist Damon Matson. And Damon, I was driving home last night after the 10 p.m. show, and there was some rain. So is that over, or do we expect more rain in the next coming days?
Oh, yeah. The rain's long gone. We've been enjoying some pretty nice conditions here today, I'd say. Not only is the rain gone, but unlike our Monday especially, and even yesterday, we had some warmer temperatures lingering. It has been comfortable throughout the day, despite the fact that we have had plentiful sunshine. This has made all the difference. Temperatures as of this hour have only peaked up into the lower, if not middle 80s. Some of our warmer locations like DC and Waldorf there hovering around 85. A little bit cooler off to the west, where it's still just right around 80 degrees in Winchester, Martinsburg, and even Hagerstown. And so yes, that's warm, but no doubt it is overall just comfortable, if you will. And some of us out there are seeing slightly cooler temperatures compared to this time yesterday. It's not much of a change, as this map does indicate, but hey, it's something. And we've had northwesterly winds throughout the day. That has made for a more comfortable feel overall. No humidity really to be found. And this same trend will continue as we go about the rest of your evening. Temperatures will drop off as we head towards sunset, of course, and as we head into the night tonight, oh, it stays ever so quiet with even clear skies taking shape as we head on toward your Thursday. But it's subtle changes. We've noticed this all week long that make the difference. And tomorrow we could be making another run at some record temperatures just like that, folks. Here are some of the records. Reagan here, DC's official climate site. 91 is the record set back in 2018. Dulles only 88, and we are likely to push that 90-degree mark. So where exactly could we see the hottest temperatures tomorrow? And is this a trend that is going to last through the end of the week? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
Oh my God. Let's go. We're out of here. Tell them we're out of here. Hey guys, we gotta go. We gotta go.
And what you're seeing is what played out in California, returning to those protests, violence erupting on UCLA's campus last night after a group of pro-Israeli protesters went on campus attempting to dismantle the pro-Palestinian encampment. As you can see there, fireworks were deployed and pepper spray was used.
And at protests across the country, pro-Palestinian demonstrations have all echoed similar demands, most notably urging the colleges and universities to disclose and divest from any companies they say are financially supporting Israel. Economist Dr. James Koch, who previously served as the president of the University of Montana and Old Dominion University, says that schools often invest in mutual funds and portfolios that invest in various stocks.
Our second demand was we wanted VCU to divest, and what this means is we want them to divest from all companies and partnerships that support or otherwise profit from the colonization or genocide of the Palestinian people.
You would have to have lots and lots of universities going together and lots of investors going together for this to make much of a difference at all. And even then, what I just pointed out, for every seller, there's a buyer. Somebody else is owning that, and so it isn't as if Israel is directly going to suffer very much.
Well, it's important to note that schools' investment portfolios are not necessarily public. Our sister station reached out to VCU to ask what companies they invest in, and they were told that their request would be submitted through the Freedom of Information Act. Well, D.C. police say that a man was killed in broad daylight this afternoon. They responded to a shooting in Southeast on Pennsylvania Avenue. They found the man unconscious. He was pronounced dead. They're still looking for a suspect. Our Randy Bass will have more in just a few minutes.
One woman is in the hospital and at least two others were wounded in a vicious dog attack this morning in Southeast D.C.
Neighbors say that 4 dogs attacked several people on T Street near 13th. And that's where DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joins us live. And Daniel, you just spoke to one of the women who was bitten. What did she have to say?
Yeah, that woman who was actually just released from the hospital says she was just here dropping off breakfast for her boyfriend when she was attacked by that dog. It bit her on her arm, and she actually jumped up on top of another car to get away from that dog. She says then she jumped on the side of a trash truck. Other people were helping fend off the dog. In total, neighbors tell me that there were 4 dogs here. One man tells me he fended off a dog, helping a woman with a bat. Another person had a cane. An elderly woman had to fend off a dog with a cane. Neighbors tell me this has been an ongoing problem in this neighborhood, in particular with the apartment that houses these 4 dogs. Now, the Humane Rescue Alliance says that there were no dogs currently in the area running loose when they arrived here. They're investigating this as a dangerous dog case. And since the dogs were in possession of the owner when they arrived, HRA cannot forcefully take dogs that are already confined to the owner's home for dog bite related cases.
It was 4 pit bulls that was sitting around in that yard, unchained. They're running around attacking people along this road.
This family has not been able to maintain their pets, and then it's just a nuisance on the block.
So again, just a few minutes ago, we spoke with that woman who was mauled on the arm. You'll hear more from her at 5 o'clock coming up here. But again, she showed me the pictures of her wound. It is not pretty. She needed stitches, and she says that it is unacceptable in her mind that these dogs are remaining with their owner. We're live in Southeast. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Daniel, what a scary situation. Thank you for that update. Your time is 4:09, and we have new details about that juvenile curfew at the National Harbor in Prince George's County. And County Council passed a resolution that now gives business owners a say on where curfews should be implemented. Business owners have to meet certain criteria and must get a letter from the council member who represents their area before applying for a curfew zone. The proposed curfew time periods must be between 5 p.m. and 5 a.m., and it won't apply to any juvenile accompanied by an adult. Now, this comes nearly a week after County Executive Angela Alsobrooks announced a standalone curfew at the National Harbor for those 16 and under. Council leaders say this newly passed resolution is just a step towards their long-term juvenile curfew bill that still has to be voted on.
The public should be reassured that this is going to be something that helps protect them, that helps protect young people, and doesn't create records for your average kid who just happens to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
This new resolution goes into effect immediately. Business owners can find more information on applying for those curfew zones on our website, dcnewsnow.com.
Well, Metro says their new fare gates are having a big impact on fare evaders. According to WMATA GM Randy Clark, fare evasion is down 60% in the last year. Metro says that more than half of the gates in their system have been replaced with the new taller models. They expect that all gates to be replaced by the end of the summer. Clark says that WMATA remains committed to helping those who need help paying for their trips.
And community leaders in D.C. are launching a spring beautification initiative, cleaning up and repairing 19 major corridors in the city. That includes Georgia Avenue and Benning Road Northeast. Crews will clean up streets, sidewalks, collect tires, and inspect vacant buildings. The goal is to have clean streets for visitors and businesses.
$40 million in infrastructure improvements around schools. $32 million to continue to build out our network of bike lanes, like C Street's protected bike lane.
Now, D.C. collected over 400 tons of waste during a similar initiative in the fall of 2022.